So here's the catch, guys. A fishing buddy and a good friend of mine recently reached out to me. Now, this wasn't your typical invitation to hit the waters. No, this was something different. You see, my friend has a thriving YouTube channel filled with all sorts of hunting videos. He recently hit a major milestone, crossing the 100,000 subscribers mark. And with that achievement also come a crazy plan. Instead of celebrating with balloons and confetti, he wanted to celebrate by blowing up a play button. Yes, you heard that right. But of course, he wasn't about to wreck his hard-earned award. That's where I come in. He asked me if I could 3D print a fake silver play button for him to obliterate. And being the crazy guy that I am, I eagerly accepted the challenge. I started by sketching out the design, measuring the dimensions to ensure authenticity. Then, it was time to bring the concept to life in Fusion 360. Now, designing the button itself was the easy part. However, I knew I needed to simplify things for my trusty 3D printer. So, I divided the button into 4 parts, adding convenient notches for easy assembly. Next comes the easiest part, slicing each part and setting the printer in motion. As the estimated time flashed before my eyes, I couldn't help but feel a twinge of anxiety. But hey, I'm no stranger to long print times, so I just hit print. After a grueling 20 hours of printing, the parts were finally ready. Now come the tedious task of removing the brims, sanding down the imperfections and meticulously gluing everything together. And let me tell you, it was no walk in the park. At one point, I found myself staring at what reassembled a brown, misshapen plate. But I pressed on. With the base assembled and glued together, it was time to fill the gaps and the ugly imperfections in the plate. This process took by far the most time, repeatedly taking a brush, dipping it into the UV resin and filling in the gaps, curing with UV light and sanding it down again. This process was repeated about 5 times. Just imagine. The plate was looking rough but fairly smooth, so it was time to prime and paint the play button silver. This paint worked like a charm, considering the price point. 3 layers of silver and we're done. Now for the toughest part of this whole project, luck really wasn't on my side. Firstly, the idea was to 3D print the base, make it smooth by applying a couple coats of UV resin, and then apply reflective hot stamping foil on top. Of course, my plan didn't work as the reflective foil didn't really stick. My next genius idea, however, was to use actual glass and cut that into place. Without any proper tools, I took a knife and scratched out the shape in which I wanted the glass to break. But like they say, you wish. The glass shattered into pieces completely and my whole body turned itchy. There were particles of glass in places of my body where the sun don't shine. And don't ask any further questions. Frustrated but determined, I opted for a plexiglass mirror instead. With careful cutting and sanding, I finally achieved the desired shape and finish. Once I put the plexiglass inside the bottom plate, things were starting to look good again. But the challenges obviously didn't end there. When it came time to add the award letters, my attempts to use sticker paper ended in failure. My silhouette tool just couldn't cut out nice looking letters and everything was getting torn into pieces. Just look at it. After trying everything, I resorted to designing a silhouette to spray paint the letters onto the button. Once again, my 3D printer saved my ass. Despite the setbacks, I persevered. I carefully spray painted white through the silhouette onto the plate, and with that part done, the play button was pretty much done. My last job was to drive to my hometown and give it to my friend. Some people might call me crazy to put all this work into a fake play button just for this guy to destroy it, but I do it for you guys too. To see the explosive finale and witness the play button meet its fate, head over to my friend's channel, Sizzle's Adventures. Link description.
The glass.
Trust me,
Made of
you wouldn't
glass.
want to miss it.
Do you hear this?